each birth is unique because it's special. It's very special moment, and it's baby's entrance to this world. With that, keeping that in mind, I reached out to Sanctum in my 12th week. Okay, I met Vijaya ma'am. The very first meet actually gave me a confidence, and that moment I chose that this should be the place where I had to deliver my baby. It was my birth experience that I had in mind. It was everything. Here I got everything, whatever I had wanted. So I got to know about Sanctum through the social media. So initially I was doing my antenatal checkup in a private hospital, commercial hospital. I thought somewhere I should have a empowered birth experience. That is first thing. Secondly, it should be an informed birth. So whatever decisions or whatever gonna come, it should upon my consent. It should act upon my consent. So that's where I landed in Sanctum. So I had my first appointment with Vijaya ma'am on my 14th week. So that time my husband was totally skeptical that whether we should go with this or not, because already we were like 12 weeks, we were already checking with some other doctor outside. But he had a lot of questions, of course. So Vijaya ma'am patiently clarified everything. The moment I entered into Sanctum, it gave me a confidence, and I thought, okay, this should be the place where I should give my birth, where I should deliver baby here. And so after first meet, we thought we will continue here, and that's how it all went. I didn't have much fear. Actually, I'm afraid to this, hospital atmosphere, injections, whatever you say. And I have this routine, doctor visit for even if I get fever or cold, I used to go to doctor. So I was, of course, I had a biggest fear about this labor and delivery, everything. But also I wanted to have a natural birth or a normal delivery more than the C-section. Of course, every woman will have that because I was afraid about C-section, having a surgery, undergoing a surgery. I'm not sure. And one more thing, I want to experience everything. So I thought, okay, I want to have a normal delivery, but not a long labor also, because I was afraid about it, whether I will be able to take it or not and all. But then in the first meet also, Vijaya ma'am didn't assure us that I'll be having a water birth or a natural birth or C-section. So she just gave me, she just told me to go with the flow, and that's how I went. And also but she assured me that everything would go okay. And I think that reassurance kept me going forward and forward. Fast forward 3 months, and here I am with a beautiful boy in the other room. I gone through the people, other people birth stories, other women's birth stories, especially in the social media. And my first visit was with Apollo Hospital, where my sister had delivered a baby. So we already, since my sister delivered a baby, we thought we'll also go with that same hospital atmosphere. But one thing is, after coming to Sanctum, I don't feel like going back to the other hospital. The reason being is the atmosphere. I had some visit with the doctor, some appointments with my previous doctor, right? I just followed whatever she said. I mean, I didn't intend to ask any questions. I had a lot of questions in my mind, of course, but I was like, okay, I should not ask questions. I'll just follow whatever she said. I just took the same medicines, whatever. It was good. That experience also good. It was like a normal routine doctor visit. As I said, the first visit with Vijaya ma'am went so differently, and I was also surprised. Once we came out of the room, my husband said, okay, as per your wish, we will we will continue our visit here, and we will see how everything goes from here. We will not go back to that previous hospital. So I felt like, oh, my husband mindset also got changed. Then of course I was happy. Then I thought, okay, I'll continue here only. My family, I told them about this hospital, and I showed them some certain videos how deliveries would happen here. My mom especially, she wants to be with me during labor time, but I said it will be mostly one person, it should be my husband, of course. So it was not that hard to convince them. They also understood, as long as I am comfortable with the caretaker, right? So they are also okay with it. I didn't have much objections to that. My sister had a delivery in a commercial hospital. She delivered normally, of course. She had 16 hours of labor pain, I remember. That's her first labor, I didn't witness directly, but I was outside of her labor room. I could see, I felt like, okay, that labor pain is too much, she is suffering a lot. That moment I thought, okay, maybe I'll not be able to take it in the future. And once after delivery also, the aftercare. So she had this, of course, every woman, the breastfeeding journey would be like ups and down, right? She was also, her journey was some kind of, she had a hard, her journey was hard, but they gave baby the formula for time being, and she came back to home. I mean, they discharged her. That's how it went. I can see the difference. So that, as I said, that informed birth. So I got to know about, more things about my body, how, the baby is nurturing inside. So every visit with Vijaya ma'am, she explains us like where is the baby exactly. She just measures with hand, as you all know. That more than even scan report, she tells me a lot of information, and we also ask her like about all things about baby and all. And I feel like I got a more knowledge, like after coming to Sanctum, and after each and every visit with Vijaya ma'am, or it could be Himabindu ma'am, whatever. And coming to the diet, they gave me a proper diet plan. And whatever doubts I had, they cleared with it. And if I get stuck somewhere, and the on-call number, that thing I have to specially mention about the on-call number. When I wasn't with the other hospital before, or the commercial hospital, whatever, if I want to reach out to the doctor, I had to come to the hospital. Though it is 24/7, there will be duty doctors, but whomever my gynec won't be available, right? And I would not be able to reach her through her number. So, but here we have an on-call number facility where I can, call her. There are many times I called up Vijaya ma'am asking, I got this, that, what is that, this and all. And she explained me so patiently. And that hope I got, it pushed me, okay, fine, I'm doing good. Okay, that boosted my confidence level. So I was not, afraid about anything. After coming to Sanctum, and after having, a lot of visits with Vijaya ma'am and Hemabindu ma'am, this prenatal visit, it gave me confidence. And whenever I had any doubts, or if I had something is not going right, I would just ping her in WhatsApp, the on-call number, or I would call her up. So then she will patiently explain me. So one thing I understood is, whatever happens, the baby won't be pop up in any moment. That is one thing. That's what my mindset before, but it's not like that. The labor needs hard work. That's what she used to tell me. So the labor needs hard work. So first thing, I should not get panic. So just I have to be calm, and then reach out to my care provider and see how, get her whatever she suggests, get the right guidance, and then just be calm, go with the flow. Any one of my relative asked me how I birthed, rather than telling normal delivery, I would tell them natural delivery. And then they were like, natural delivery means how it happened. So I told them, actually I birthed in squats position, which is like, my days I was thinking I don't do yoga properly, I don't know how to squats and all. But I took this prenatal yoga classes, and Lama's classes, hypnobirthing scripts. I talk about, somebody asked me how was my birth experience, I talk about them for pages, saying how it happened, how it started. My water broke, and we waited patiently for 3 days. So the moment when I informed my mom, but I was so confident, I just I just called Vijaya ma'am in the late night, and she told me to take a hot shower and be relaxed. we can wait for next day. She asked me to come to hospital. Then the next morning I told my mom. She was like she was all packed and ready. She went into a kind of nesting mode and she cleaned everything, and she was like all set for labor. Today might be the labor day. But I had a like my intuition was telling, okay, I'll just go and visit Vijaya ma'am and then we will see how it goes, because she asked me to be calm if it is. And I also didn't feel like my baby would be coming anytime soon that day. Then we had our visit with Vijaya ma'am, and she assured me everything would go okay. And I came up with all the queries and all. So she told like we can wait for 72 hours, so it is like 3 to 4 days, and then we will see how it goes. Let the labor to start naturally. Just I had to come to hospital for my routine checkup, and for taking antibiotics. And the one thing is I couldn't had my maternity photo shoot, so I was like, okay, I'm doing good. It's not like baby gonna pop out at any moment. So I believe on my body. Basically, I had trust on my body. So early morning we just had a photo shoot in our terrace only. My husband helped with it because we don't want to go out, and we didn't get any photographers that time. So that's a reason. So we don't even want to miss that moment. That bump is, I want to, that is something special for any woman, right? So we had that, and we were so chill. Those 3 days, we went to temple, we went here and there, but kind of fear was there with our family, like going here and there. They were like kind of afraid. But one thing is, I trusted my body and my husband trusted me. And even I was having the mild contraction happening between 10 to 15 minutes, but I could able to manage with the breathing, and somehow we managed. Those photos are like till now I cherish, because those are the only pics I have with a bump, flaunting my bump, and it happens once in a lifetime, right? So we don't want to miss that. January 31st, we came to Sanctum for our routine checkup. And then they said maybe we can start, inducing. We'll see how if labor starts or not. And then I was given an induction, that too after my consent. Even doing the internal examination, everything happened upon my consent. Then my labor slowly, the contraction started picking up, and by 11 p.m. I delivered the baby, which is like I thought like it will again. I gone back to my sister's labor memories, where I thought, okay, it will also go like 1 day or 2 days, but it was a smooth labor, I can say. And I was so amazed with my body resilience. Even my labor went more than I imagined. As I said, I was so afraid of everything, even a small injection too. I was amazed how I remained calm throughout the labor. I didn't scream much, and it was not the long labor. I would say just half a day, from 2 by 11 p.m. I delivered my baby. And the support I got from the maternity staff or sisters, that was so extraordinary. And and I'm always grateful for their support. My breastfeeding journey started off very rocky, I actually stayed in the hospital like 5 days after my delivery, because in the day 2 my baby got 10% reduction in his birth weight, which was like we didn't expect, and initially no one could understand why it was happening. Then Vijaya ma'am and lactation consultant Rama ma'am checked, and they told like my supply was less, that could be the reason, and baby was just doing this non-nutritive sucking. So this was going for 2 days. Then later on they put me on this domperidone medication, and they introduced me pumping, and I was completely new to that. And the picture of my motherhood includes breastfeeding starting from the day 1 without any struggle. I assumed it's just a walk in the park, but like most things, the plan didn't go as expected. Regardless of delivery, going on other rooms, the nurses were able to help us in latching, and whenever I call them, they were able to help us in everything, in taking care of the baby and taking care of myself. I got a great support during my postpartum period. We need a village to raise a baby, so my village comprises of my husband, my mother, my mother-in-law, and Sanctum team in a big place. Especially special mention to Vijaya ma'am and Rama ma'am, because I had never gone through this level without them. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I never imagined that I would be able to breastfeed my baby. It's been 3 months. Like from the place where we started, I don't want to think about it, and from the place now I can breastfeed anywhere and anytime. So that exclusive breastfeeding, these two women especially, they made possible. So one thing I understood is nothing comes easier. So not like everyone will have the same journey of us. Some breastfeed journeys could be hard, some could be easier, but each woman deserve to be supported regardless of how their journey unfolds. They needs to get the support, and I'm proud to say that I got a huge support from my family as well as from my caretaker side, or else I would have gone with this formula thing only. So between these latching issues, there are so many nights where I spent crying, late night cryings, and it was so frustrating moments. It was truly exhausting, I should say. I started with triple feeding, that includes SNS, bottle feeding, pumping, then cleaning up the bottles and pump, and just to start this cycle again. So every day I was maintaining the log and sending to lactation consultant, and we made a countless trips to Sanctum even after delivery. So now when I talk about this, I feel it's all worth it, because I am able to nourish my baby now, and I am so proud that I am his source of food, only source of food now. I'm not sure how long it will go. Of course, one day he will simply say he don't want it, but I want to treasure it all I can while it lasts. So in my case, I got that support. Luckily, I didn't went into that depression state. But yeah, that was a lot of like roller coaster ride for me. Just one thing for new moms and moms to be, just choose a good care provider. That is one thing. They should feel the confidence in the first meet. That's what I would say. Whoever the doctor is, whichever the hospital is, but the confidence, the very first meet, I believed, I started trusting my body. So that type, if you have that confidence, right, that strength, then I think the labor won't be that much painful or so. Second thing, it should be an informed birth, or empowered birth, I should say. So especially during my after my birth, we had this golden hour. I feel that's till now I cherish those moments. The golden hour, like where I exclusively breastfed my baby. That time he could latch immediately. We didn't had any latching issues at the beginning, so he latched it immediately. He was placed on my chest. We had a skin to skin, and delayed cord clamping we had. And I feel those are like that is all should be mandatory, right? Should be followed in all hospital right after the birth. So I'm so lucky that I got all this in my delivery. But I feel like nowadays just doctors make women panic by telling like they should deliver in that due date. So which is my case, my due date was Feb 19, but Vijaya ma'am gave me like EDD for like 42 weeks. So I was also okay till March also. I was able to wait, but my body responded in a different way, and he came by Feb 1st. So certain things that also came naturally, right? I cannot change it. So that is our just really have a trust in our body. That is the one thing I feel, and now I am so proud about myself that I can give gyan to some other people, like do this, do that. If you are getting pain, have a hot showers. After having a beautiful experience, birth experience here, I just for the new moms out there, if you want to have kind of a natural birth experience, just go and check out Sanctum. Book appointment with Vijaya ma'am and then decide accordingly. Just go with the flow and trust your body.